funky beat. Sun is shining, Rachel brings the heat. Wake up CEO, we're on repeat. Chicago, Sun Up City on the go. Rachel L. Gary on the radio. Tune in quick, hear the power flow. Wake up CEO, it's your daily show. Wake up, start the day with you. Rachel's got the vibe, that's the real deal. CEO, it's time to feel the thrill. Morning grind, press play and chill. From the windy city, bringing major vibes. Rachel on the mic, keeping lives revived. Radio Chicago, where dreams arise. Wake up CEO to the skies. No more snooze button, no more delay. Rachel's voice making waves today. Feel the energy Chicago way. Wake up CEO, rise and sway. Wake up, start the day with you. Rachel's got the vibe, that's the real deal. CEO, it's time to feel the thrill. Morning grind, press play and chill. Wake up, start the day with you. Hey, Rachel's got the vibe, that's the real deal. CEO, it's time to feel the thrill. Morning grind, press play and chill.
This is Dr. Carolyn Stevens, the CEO of the BHC Media Group. And when you are looking for a strategy for self-leadership, get aligned with Wake Up CEO with host Rachel L. Gary every Wednesday from 3 to 5 p.m.
You know what time it is? Every Wednesday, 3 to 5, my Radio Chicago, Rachel L. Gary in the building. Wake up, CEO, let's go! Wake up, go some set that tone. Wake up, every step you take, you claim that throne. Wake up, no more doubt, no time to stall. Wake up, boss up now, go get it on. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in. Wake up, I ain't waiting, now I go and take it. Built this from the ground, no way they break it. Consistency, my secret, watch me make it. Got that boss talk, now I ain't faking no. Lost, set the goal, now I'm grabbing the goal. And put in the work, now I'm taking control. The vision so clear, yeah, I already know. Every step I take, I'm ready to blow. Wake up, set that tone. Every step you take, you claim that throne. No more doubt, no time to stall. You boss up now, go get it all. Let's go, stay locked in, make it happen. Make it happen. Let's go, stay locked in, make it happen. Make it happen. No handouts, yeah, I made my way. Built my brand, now I paid my lane. I turn my losses into lessons. Now my grind got no recession. Yeah, they talk about chance, but I make my own. Yeah, I ain't waiting for fate, got a future to own. Yeah, every setback, just part of the game, gay game. But now I'm up, and they know my name. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in. Wake up. Success so sexy, put the work in, flexy. Late nights, no rest, but now my vision's hefty. They doubted, they laughed, now they watch from the back. Cause I turned every dream into bricks that stack. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, make it happen. Wake up, stay locked in, go get it all. Every Wednesday, 3 to 5, my Radio Chicago. Rachel L. Gary taking you to the top.
Hey there, everyone. Welcome to Wake Up CEO. I am your host, Rachel L. Gary, and you know what this is. We are speaking candid conversations to speak to the CEO, the person that is clearing your actions, empowered by your choices, and owning your direction. And you know what we do on Wake Up CEO, we dive right in. So y'all stay locked in for the CEO question of the day, the power statement, also the Author's Corner that is brought to you by Distinguished Authors Guild, where your literary excellence is celebrated. And you know we got to get locked into that leadership 3-point play that is powered by Say I'm Possible Academy, where self-growth gets GPS. And before we actually jump into the show today, we're going to make sure we want to set the tone. And we're going to first bring in Winner's Creed by Shariah.
NYD. Manifest your dreams.
Every day is a blessing. I win, I don't never lose. I win, I don't never lose. I win, I don't never lose. I win, I win, I win, I don't never lose. I win, I don't never lose. I don't lose, I don't lessen. Every day is a blessing.
Yeah, I'm consistently in my prime. I'm thriving and feeling fine. Embodiment of divine. Self-concept rich. Winner energy and I flaunt it. Succeeding on my journey and I'm loving it. Cause I'm up right now and I'm still up next. Discerning and wise, I know how to move. Abundant options, I know which to choose. Daily progression, I always improve. I live life as a winner, so I never lose. That's positive, life is what I perceive. I do my best and let things unfold gloriously. Romanticizing every day and I'm loving on me. I'm grateful I'm winning and my life's heavenly.
I win, I don't never lose. I win, I don't never lose. I win, I don't never lose. I win, I win, I win, I don't never lose. I win, I don't never lose. I don't lose, I don't last it. Every day is a blessing. I win, I don't never lose. I win, I don't never lose. I win, I don't never lose. I win, I win, I win, I don't never lose. I win, I don't never lose. I don't lose, I don't last it. Every day is a blessing.
Chris and T, affirmation guys, pushing P off the right way, elevate subconscious mind, all despite what they might say. I win, I don't never lose, habitual positive thinker. I've learned to always choose the positive side of my thinking.
First I healed myself, I started off the right way. Now I'm healing others despite what they might say. I'm a world changer, that's a guarantee. Create what I speak, now I NYD.
I win, I don't never lose. I win, I don't never lose. I win, I don't never lose. I win, I win, I win, I don't never lose. I win, I don't never lose. I don't lose, I don't last it. Every day is a blessing. I win, I don't never lose. I win, I don't never lose. I win, I don't never lose. I win, I win, I win, I don't never lose. I win, I don't never lose. I don't lose, I don't last it. Every day is a blessing.
What more can we say? Chris and T, the collective is on the way.
I don't never lose. I win, I don't never lose. I don't.
All right, welcome back to Wake Up CEO. Guys, let's get locked in. The power statement of today is, I feel to my ears like I feel to my circle. Only what feeds me is welcomed. Everything else, we're going to put that on the sidelines. That is how we step into our power today. So the question of the day is, what's something new that you are feeding your mind? So what's new that you've been giving your mind some food? Because just like our bodies, our minds need food for growth. So if you guys are watching me live, either on Facebook or YouTube, please chime in, let me know your thoughts, what you're thinking, what's going on. And for those who are listening on Support District Radio, I appreciate you guys for checking in with me today and getting ready for this Wake Up CEO call. And you know, we start with just being clear. And for the clarity piece, what you hear can heal you or hurt you. And if you guys don't know what the show is about today, so what we're talking about today on Wake Up CEO is how to hear and grow. That's what it's about. How we hear, what we hear, and how do we grow for the things that we hear. Because that allows us to have that clarity. So it's time to tune out noise and lean into nourishment. Everything you hear becomes something you think. Every thought becomes a seed. So what are you planting today? I want to know about those seeds that we're planting in ourselves. So if you guys are new to Wake Up CEO, I have a moment when I pause. And when I pause, that means I just want you guys to take it in, think about it, and figure out how what I said fits into your bigger picture. Because that's what we're talking about on Wake Up CEO. We're talking about the bigger picture of our lives and the things that we want to see show up for us in the future or present versions of us ourselves. So when we're talking about what you hear can heal you or hurt you, you got to check the volume of your environment. Just like you check the volume on your radio, just like you check the volume of your TV, what's louder, hope or chaos? The only person who can answer that question is you. Is in your circle, are you hearing more about celebration? Or are we hearing more about derogatory information? Are we growing or are we suppressing somebody? Are we clapping up for people or are we pushing people down? That's the noise in your circle. So depending upon what you hear, depending about what you do with what you hear, makes you start thinking in that manner. Hey, I'm not going to speak anything but facts on Wake Up CEO. Facts of things that I've learned within my life. And a lot of facts that you guys have heard within yours. That's why this is a conversation. Even though I'm on the radio, I'm having a conversation with individuals who are woke, awakening, or tired of being asleep. Either way, when we all Wake Up CEO, we're growing. We're talking about hope. We're talking about raising the vibrations. We're talking about elevating ourselves. We're talking about defying gravity. So we have to be intentional about what's on our playlist, our news feed, our group chat, and even our neighborhood corners. We got to be paying attention. Because if you allow things to just play, I know you guys have heard about the white noise. Like my sons, they use the fan for white noise or ambient noise. Things to calm them. So for them, they use the fan. For me, I use classical music. So for me, I can put on a classical song, usually a violin, and that's usually something I listen to soothe me. That is the noise of everyday life. We're taking those sounds, those rhythms, that movement. Have you noticed that when you're dancing, you're just moving with the beat? You don't even need to know the song. Your body's moving with the rhythm. Even for the rhythmless out there, guys, y'all be on rhythm. Y'all be on a rhythm. Maybe not the right rhythm, but you be on a rhythm. But your body's just rhythmically moving with the music. Because every music has a beat. You got the 8 counts, you hear 1, 2. You can hear it no matter where you are in the song. That's the same thing that we do in the chaotic world. We're taking in all of that information that's vying for our attention. The news, the corners, the rap, the R&B, whatever the sounds, whatever conversations that we're intaking. And I'm not saying that everything must be positive. I'm not saying everything must be uplifting. But if you cut on your TV or you click your remote and the first thing you're watching is something that is talking about, I'm going to say Housewives of Atlanta. I use that for instance because I saw it on the TV recently. I didn't watch it. I just saw it on the TV. And if that is what you're intaking all of that drama. And you think, and we're thinking that we're just being entertained, but our brains are seeing those things, and those things play out in our everyday life. Hold on, I want to jump in the chat. We got some comments in the chat. We got it from Bruce. Let's go, CEOs. And also, mental reps. Training my thoughts to outlift my doubts. Absolutely. Because on Wake Up CEO, we winning. And if we about winning on Wake Up CEO, we have to get the tools that are needed to win. We have to set ourselves up to win. And we have to be looking for avenues in which to win. Right before I jumped on air, my headphones still right here. Right before I jumped on air, I was having a conversation with a friend about a situation, and they were having and the first thing I said is that it's a lesson. It's a lesson. Sometimes we take the derogatory and make it and keep it on a derogatory page as opposed to something could be a lesson to teach us something. It's all about how you think of it. How you're allowing it to show up for you. And how you're allowing it to show into you. And we have to discern the truth in the talk. So that's what we're talking about today, how to hear and grow. So I'm going to be talking about some techniques that I have used in my career and in my life to allow me to hear through the noise. If you're new to Wake Up CEO, I'm from the south side of Chicago, born and raised. I spent most of my teens to early 20s, all the way up to like my mid-30s on the south side of Chicago. And the chaos around me, I had to find my place in that chaos and not allow that chaos to become my everyday existence. And it becomes very difficult. It's difficult, guys. It's not easy to get out of the chaos that you're seeing and hearing on an everyday basis. So I came up with a couple of things for me. Because the world is loud. Politics, protests, the pressure. But wisdom whispers. And what I mean by wisdom whispers, it's that little voice in you that's telling you to turn around. It's a little voice in you that says, hey, I might want to reroute my thought. It's that little voice in you that stops you dead in your tracks when you don't even see the car coming, but keeps you from walking in the street. That's the voice that we have to pull out of the chaos, because everything else is just noise. But that little voice, whether you're spiritual or religious, that's the God in you talking. It's the higher version of you stopping you. It's the higher version trying to assist you in the most positive, forward-thinking way. But with all the noise going on around you, it drowns out that little voice. And sometimes you have to realign yourself with that little whisper, because that whisper can become a roar when you allow it to be set free. And there's ways to allow it to be set free. You have to learn to spot what's real and what's rhetoric. Growth comes from listening beyond the noise. There's going to be noise and chaos all around you. But to listen beyond the noise, beyond the chaos, is knowing that there's something better on the other side of whatever that is over there. I want to say just that. Chaos, noise, rhetoric, politicking about things that don't matter to you. Focusing on what you can control. Focusing on what you can do. Focus on what measures you can take. That's how you can hear and grow. All right, we got Letitia checking in. Hello there, long time no see, Miss Lady. I appreciate you for joining me today. She says, good evening. Good evening right back. I believe that we suppress sometimes that little voice that's in us that is trying to get out and allow us to grow. And I'm going to say it. Remember, this is Wake Up CEO. I'm candid. We be scared. We're scared. We're scared to listen to the productive. We're scared to listen for a path of growth. I have a friend that is scared that if they grow, they'll outgrow their friend base. Can you imagine sitting around holding yourself hostage to your potential because you don't want to let go of a childhood friend? You and your childhood friend, y'all rolling around the block together, just like you did when you were 17, 18, when you rolled around the block because you had a car, or your friend had a car, so y'all riding around the block letting everybody see y'all new car, even though it was used, but it was yours, so it's brand new to you. And that will stifle you from growing. So that's where we have to listen beyond the noise of that you're going to leave your friend behind. You're going to grow, and hopefully you inspire your friend to grow too. Because if your friend grows and you grow, you have growth in your circle. If you grow, you are the circle. There's nothing wrong with being the first. There's nothing wrong with setting a path. My son gave me a plaque that I don't look for the trail, I don't look for the road, I blaze a trail. It's hard sometimes to think of, I want to walk in the footsteps of another, when I know that my footsteps can make a bigger impact. It's okay to travel the road less traveled, because your breakthrough is on the other side of there. So we're going to jump into the chat. We have sometimes you have to leave people behind. Absolutely, Letitia. And it's okay. Everyone is not meant to go to you on your next level. Some people are in your life for a reason of learning from them. or learning a lesson from them, which is still you learning. Remember, whether you learn a lesson or you're learning something new, you're winning or learning. Because when you learn, you get a chance to win again. So Letitia says, I've left friends and family, jobs, and partners behind. Yes. In my book, Forest and Fire, I talk about me burning the bridge. I was a firm believer in where when you burn a bridge, you could never cross it again. And I never burn a bridge where I leave people shattered. I burn a bridge and say that I am leaving the old me right here. I'm stepping out of that old version of me. I've learned everything that the old version of me can teach, and I'm growing into the next version of myself. I burn everything behind that. Because growth is the most important for me. So we have to speak back to what you hear. When negativity comes your way, speak life into it. Fear is going to always be there. Say, I hear you, but I choose faith. I choose promise. I choose purpose. You make a choice. You can be okay with the chaos, or you can listen to the whisper of growth. What's that pause for, CEOs? That pause is for you to tell me for you to take it in. Because when you think about it, you make a choice either way. Choosing not to do something is a choice. What? When you choose to sit on the sidelines, that's a choice. You made a choice not to proceed. I know. Sometimes it hurts me. It hurts me to think about it. How I used to sit on my porch, hang out with my friends. How when I was playing shooting dice, and I had my last dollar, and I would be like, I'm shooting for my last buck. Have you noticed? And I want y'all to know for the record, I can really shoot dice. I really can shoot dice really well. I didn't broke a whole lot of parties with shooting dice. And let me tell you what happened those days. I was using my last dollar, hoping for this win. I lost a dollar every time. $10, $100. I would lose it every time. Because I was playing games with my life, my livelihood, my growth. Now, I'm not saying, hey, there's nothing wrong with gambling. I'm not here. If you have a family member with a gambling problem, you know how to hit that 1-800 number. They have it on all billboards in every casino. I'm saying that to hear beyond the chaos, you got to listen to that whisper of hope, that whisper of growth, that whisper of the next version of you. Take that in. So we got people in the chat. Either we learn or we win, but never lose. Absolutely. Speak to it. Because at the end of the day, I'm winning. Today I learned some information. I had some information that I was like, man, I have to do this. I had to make a decision. Okay, do I keep it? Do I sell it? So my wife and I were discussing on my way over here, and it was like, okay, let me think about it. I got to think. I have to not be emotional. I have to be a business person. Emotionally, I'm tied in, like, man, I want to keep it. But business-wise, doesn't make sense. See, that's when you're winning and you're learning, and when you're listening at the chaos is telling me, hey, you didn't put 2.5 years into this, you want to keep it. The whisper is telling me you put 2.5 years into it, and you can make a profit. Did you hear that? Those are two different situations. I mean, those are two different thought processes, but the same situation. I don't win either way. I learned something these 2 years. I gained something on the other end. But I have to make a decision either way. All right, we got some comments out here. So Letitia says, I felt bad at first, but doors started opening up for me. That's when I knew it was necessary. One more time, Tisha, for the people in the back room. You're closing your blessings within your being afraid, within you not wanting to step outside of your comfort zone. Sometimes you're leaving the blessing on the other side of the door. Then we have my mentor that just checked in, Dr. Carolyn Stevens. Thank you for joining me, Dr. Stevens. Exactly. We got to listen to learn. Emotional intelligence. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the decision that gives you peace. There it is. There it is. And I'm big on my peace. And that's what I was thinking on my way over here. So that's my mentor, Dr. Carolyn Stevens, when she said my peace. I'm a firm believer in my peace. I'll tell people in the New York Minute, I protect my peace with a shotgun. I'm at the door like those old Wild West about my peace. So I was in the car making a decision. I was talking on my way here. My wife and I, we talked to like 2:40, and then I was like, which decision makes it where I don't have any more worries? And I had a couple of other things I had to think about, but that is always, for me, is my best decision. Because I decide everything from a high level. If I'm protecting my peace with a shotgun, that means my peace is important. Now, there's a difference between importance and priorities. My priority is always to live by my 3 main goals: be a person my children can be proud of, be a best spouse my wife has and will ever have, be the best possible spouse to her, and thirdly, make sure that I equip 5,000 people with #poverty to 6 figures. Those are my goals. My priority is always to be at peace with all my decisions. So I don't have priorities with an S, because the original word for priority comes from a word in Greek. And priority did not become multiple until like the 16th century. Priority meant one thing. So whenever I am focusing my lens through something, my number one priority is to be at peace, because my peace allows me to perform at the highest possible level. So I went through all the things that were going on in my life, and I said, what did I need for my life to be successful? Peace. Not peace and quiet sometimes. Peace means a state of mind of peace. I want y'all to take that in. Because when I'm at peace with a decision, I'm able to step over and away and continue on. When we're in chaos, we can't hear the thing that is directing us towards our best version of us. We have a couple of statements in the chat. We got Dr. Stevens. We are in a great shift right now. And as leaders, we must learn to shift with the wind of change. And Dr. She also says that part, no more worries long term. Focus on the priority will help you meet the other priorities. Absolutely. Letitia says peace, no regrets, no worries. Absolutely. So, peace. Now, today's show is about how to hear and grow. So, if you're in a world full of chaos, how do you find your peace? Take a second, CEOs. Take a second. I don't want you to rush and answer that. I want you to think about it. In a world full of chaos, in the political climate we in the financial situations we're in, how do you find your peace? Take a moment on it. In the chat, we have wealth with chaos equals being impoverished. Say it again for the people in the back. That was Dr. Stevens. Because at the end of the day, there is no, you cannot be wealthy and have chaos. The wealthy don't live chaotically. The wealthy live structurally. I have a question. When you hear about scandal in people who are wealthy, what are they usually talking about that person? Man, they chaotic. They're everywhere. They got everything going on. Because for wealthy people, when you're not aligned and you're not focused and you're not moving forward in a positive direction or moving forward in a direction, you are living in chaos. It's not the status quo. There's a difference there. When you're living in focus and living in your purpose, living in the way you want to live and being and trying to be the person you want to be, chaos is on the side for you because you're holding on to your peace. And when you're holding on to your peace, you're repelling chaos. I hold so tight to my peace. I'm telling you, I do. So your inner voice should always be the loudest thing you hear. If your friends' voices are louder than your inner voice, if your situation is louder than your inner voice, we have some work to do, CEOs. Because the loudest thing has to be you. The loudest thing has to be you, CEOs. You, CEOs. If there's other things vying for your attention, then that means you're not able to live in the peaceful world of you. Your peace is paramount for your success. Period. Make that a whole sentence, as my granddaughter say. Period. All right, we got people in the chat. To find your peace, step one, let go. Then whatever divinely belongs to you will come back to you in the form of an answer and solution that brings peace. Let it go. To that phrase, let go, let God. Allow your inner self to speak. Remember, this is a phrase, and remember, guys, I'm spiritual, I'm not religious. God is in everywhere and in everything, and that means God resides in you. So that inner voice that you're hearing is the inner portion of God in you. Spirit in you. The divine in you. The Most High in you. But if you're letting everything outside of you take over your attention, take over your thought processes, you know what you're allowing? You're allowing everything but you to put money in your pocket. Put food on your table. Pay off your car note. Pay your rent. Those things external of you don't help you build the better house, the better car, the better life. So you have to have the opportunity to be one with you. Because that is how you grow. Being more connected with yourself. It's okay. Because if you're not connected with you, then that's a problem. I want you to understand about yourself. You have to give yourself the moment. So how to hear and grow is to start listening. Be calm. and just listen. Peace be still. Because sometimes we're afraid to just hear the truth within us. Because if you're listening, you'll hear the truth in you. The truth in you is telling you the best path to go. Are you listening? If the best path is within you, why are we not listening? If the best version of ourselves is deep in us to bring forth, that means we have the power within us to bring the best version of us to the surface. But you got to hear it. You got to be listening for it. So to get clear, check the volume of your environment. Discern the truth from just a regular talk. So we want to find the truth within ourselves and get rid of the chaos that is surrounding us. Speak back to what you hear. If you hear something negative, you are that positive voice. Be the change you want to see in your world. Because that's how it works. When I want to see something new, I make something new happen from within me. Because your ears are a gateway, not a garbage can. If your ears are the gateway to your mind and the gateway to your heart, and you're allowing rhetoric into your ears, you're pouring garbage into you, expecting it to become recycled into something usable. There's a way to do that. But is that what you're looking to do? So we have author Black Diamond who has checked in. Thank you very much, Black, for joining me today. She says, same letters, listen and silence. Being a good listener requires being silent. However, there's more than just being silent when you listen. I love that. Love that. But when you're silent, you're going to hear you're going to hear yourself coming up with answers. You know, do you know we come up with solutions in silent? If you guys were watching last week on Wake Up CEO, I was saying that when I want to remember something, or when I'm trying to figure out a hard problem or something, or a strategy to something that I have never done before, or something that I'm trying to test, I give myself cues before I go to bed. I put that last question, the last question is on my mind, then I go to sleep. Do you know what happens when I wake up? I have an answer, or I have a map to get to a solution. I have some steps to get to where I'm trying to go. Because in silence, we create. We create 2 times. We create in our mind before we do anything. Speak, listen, write, read, anything. We create that in our minds. That's the form of duality. Here, then in the physical. So if we're creating things twice, then we have to allow our mind time to create. So you don't have to receive everything that's sent your way. So when you're empowering, you're choosing which words build your blueprint. What information are you listening to that's going to build you? What information are you discarding because it doesn't build you? What situations are you stepping away from because they don't lend any good to your future self? And just like Letitia was saying, it's hard to leave. It was hard to leave her friends behind, hard to leave things behind. But sometimes, as I was saying, when you open a door and walk out into something new, you close the door on things that are no longer part of your journey. And that's okay. It's life. We shed our skin every day for new cells to grow. The skin you got on right now, it might look the same, but it's different skin. Hold on, we got Letitia checking in. She says, "What? Yes, that's why you spend 20 minutes in silence before each day, each morning before you start grinding to reflect and refresh." Absolutely. I wholeheartedly believe that. Every day. My morning ritual, moment of gratitude. What my one goal, my 20 to 30 minutes of meditation every day, no matter what. Those rituals allow me to be centered. Those rituals allow me to reset. And they refresh your mind. And last week we were talking about nighttime rituals, those nighttime rituals of doing a mind dump of everything that's going on today, journaling all that stuff out so you don't take that to bed with you. Hey, I say this, I want to take something to bed, but it's daggone sure not doubt, daggone sure not today's problems, daggone sure not things that are meant to drag me down. That's not what I want to go to bed with. And it goes, and I want to say this, you'll be amazed how your relationships get better when you're not bringing all of that mess, that garbage, that chaos to bed. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I realized something a while back. I don't have a TV in my bedroom. Guys, as you guys know, I don't really watch TV anyway. However, there has not been a TV in my bedroom in probably like 14, 15 years. And it's because I don't want the last things on my mind to be what's on someone else's agenda. Take that in for a second, guys. I don't want you don't want your last thoughts on your mind to be what's on someone else's agenda. That's the news, that's sports, that's drama, that's comedy, that's whatever comes on the TV. The last thing on your mind should be something that is for you tomorrow. You want to curate your input like your outfit. Guys, I know, listen, when I got up this morning, I'm going to tell you what I did. I grabbed, after I did all my rituals, and I brushed my teeth, washed my face, I went in there, looked for my shirt, looked for my watch to match my shirt. If you guys can see, my watch is black with, it has a green face to match my shirt. I curate my clothes, my pants match the gray that's in the shirt as well. We select our outfit. We will lay our outfit out on the bed. We'll lay it out, match up the shoes on the floor, match up our socks if it's cold, match our hat, match the makeup, match the earrings, match the jewelry. But we won't curate the information that comes into us. We don't match up with who we are and who we're becoming with the information and the people that we surround ourselves with. I want you to think about that for a sec. We'll fix our clothes for our outer appearance, but we won't fix our mind that allows us to grow for the future versions of us. If we don't want trash on us, we don't want trash in us, so let's get rid of that mentality. Remember, you are the one who makes the decisions. You are the one who says yes. You are the one, if you say no, if you don't say yes to a situation, you decided that it is a yes. Non-decision is automatically a yes for whatever you got going on. So choose growth-centered books, voices, and mentors. If you're looking to be the best singer, we got Nanette who checked in. If you're looking in to be the best singer, are you gonna hang out in crowds of people who can't carry a tune? Are you going to go to practice with people who push you? When you want to be the best or the greatest at whatever, you want people to challenge you to be the best version of you. So get centered around the people, the places, and the things that push to the best version of you. Make room for constructive feedback, guys. Guys. Last night I had if you guys are not aware, in the next 2 to 3 weeks, I have my own radio channel. The radio channel's name, OTV channel. My apologies. Look at me. I'm so used to being on radio. I have my own TV channel called CEO State of Mind. On CEO State of Mind, one of the first shows on there is going to be CEO Mastermind. So this is a 10-week show. So it's season 1 of CEO Mastermind. CEO Mastermind comes with, I have a one-on-one. In my one-on-ones, part of the one-on-one is that the mentee gives me constructive feedback on that one-on-one. Because I'm looking to be the best version of me each and every time. So if I'm looking to be the best version of me, I want the feedback. We take the constructive criticism to heart. I take it to my mind, not to my feelings, but to my intellectual intelligence, not my emotional intelligence. I take it to my intellectual intelligence. Because I want to be the best version of me. So the feedback that comes to me, I discern 2 things from the feedback. Is the feedback meant to grow me or hurt me? Because some people will give you feedback negatively because they don't want success for you. But I get to choose what feedback I take in and I don't. If it's coming from a positive place, I take in that feedback and I utilize it to move forward. Hold on. In the chat, we have the message to stop hanging around burns harsh, but I understand. Bums. My apologies, around bums. Harsh, but I understand. People get upset with that statement. It doesn't mean you're a bum in life. It just means that for the next chapter of that person's life, you don't fit in for the next chapter. And either way, you have a path in which you're on. I want to be around a bunch of people who are on the path of success every day. Every day. I want to talk success. I want to talk different avenues of success. I don't want people to be doing the same thing I'm doing, because if you're doing the same thing I'm doing, then we might be doing it differently. I want people who are successful in other arenas, so I can learn something different, learn something more, grow. You grow by being stretched. So growth doesn't come wrapped in praises. It just doesn't. So you have to be willing to hear the hard things. Be willing to hear the tough. Be willing to hear that you just not doing it right. Be ready for that. And fix it. For the betterment of you, not for the betterment of someone else. I don't work on anything about myself for anybody but Rachel L. Gary. So everything I'm doing, everything I'm intaking, I'm being the best version of me. Because when I'm the best version of me, I show up the best version for everyone else that's in my circle. I want y'all to take that in for a minute. When you show up as the best version of you, then you can help other people. You can't help other people not being the best version of yourself. Like, I was in my car sleepy before I was in the car after I talked to my wife. I got a little drowsy, so I said, all right, let me get some water. But whenever I get on the air, I get so much energy. I get so much energy from the comments, from the statements, from everything all the stuff that you guys bring in. I get so much energy from those things. I have energetic conversations every day. I only talk to people who are bringing positive energy. Positive energy. Because I want to feed on positivity. Because I want y'all to just break it down to me. Do you know those energy vampires? Those people that are sucking your energy with everything that's bad in life. They can remember the 10 things that went wrong, but can't remember the 35 that went right. Hey, we got Amina checking in. Guys. If you don't know, Amina says facts. Miss Mina, the Brown Diva, she is also the head, she is a street team manager for Rachel L. Gary right now. She is giving me assistance and growing the brand. I really appreciate her as well as her team. You can catch her right here on Tuesday, same time on the Afternoon Rendezvous. Yesterday was an awesome show. If you guys missed it, check it out. You can go to my page. If you listen to this online, you can go to Rachel L. Gary and click the link. I put it on my page yesterday. It was an awesome show. Check it out. Every week she has awesome guests with awesome information. And she does promotion. She does, drop all the stuff in the chat that you do. Because she be booked and busy. And I'm glad that she's booked and busy and helping me. Thank you very much. So we got Letitia chimes in saying yes. So as we were saying, you have to be willing to hit the hard stuff. Me and Amina had a conversation about something 2 or 3 months ago that I didn't say something harsh. I said something hard for her to hear, but she heard it and internalized it, thought about it, and came up with her own game plan. So she said, thank you so much. Let's go. I'm on that. Our conversations are always positive. And the second someone is talking to me negative, one of my good friends will tell you what I'm going to do. Hey, you know what? I appreciate you. I got to call you later. I'm getting off that phone so quick. You're not energy vampiring me. When people call me with a sad story, I'm already ready. Okay, you got to pick up your energy. Pick your energy up. Keep your energy up. Keep your energy up. Don't let them drag you. Keep your energy up. You set the temperature in the room. You set the temperature in the room. I tell myself that you set the temperature in the room. When I walk in the room, the temperature is elevated. So, hey, I was in Vegas, and I walked in, it was already 104. I was like, man, I got to calm down. Then I had a conversation with this gentleman, Sean, and the energy was raising in the room. We had a fire conversation. We were at my son's baby shower. This is our 6th grandbaby, but his first child. We were at his baby shower in Vegas. And we were having a conversation, and every time I step in the room, I'm going to elevate. Every time. I don't care how I feel. And I felt like trash. I felt so bad over the weekend. I was sick all weekend. My wife, she's at the end of the day, she said, I appreciate you for pushing through. I said, because I'm going to show up for you every time. Because I don't let external circumstances dictate how I'm going to feel about life in general. I'm happy all the time. So Amina, she put out there, she's a brand manager, media professional, and more. So she didn't have enough time to type the long laundry list of things you do. But where you can go to get in touch with her, Amina, drop where they can go to get in touch with you. If you're looking for a brand manager, if you're looking for a media professional, she is going to also have her own show on CEO State of Mind Network coming to you soon in September, October. What we calling it, Amina? Voice of the City. So Miss Mina Brown Diva will be having her own show called Voice of the City on the new television station. Guys, we're locking in. So just be ready, you guys. You're gonna see promo out there coming soon. We're gonna be everywhere. You're gonna see our faces everywhere. YouTube, Google, Facebook, Instagram. We're going to be everywhere because we're promoting greatness. We're promoting growth. We're promoting leadership, development, behind the scenes of how businesses grow, how people grow within an industry. This is about making a big impact so we have a clear understanding on what growth really looks like. Not the fictitious growth. What does growth really look like? Through the hard times of what's going on in life, how do you get past those hard times and still continue forward? Just be ready, guys. I want y'all to be ready for the CEO State of Mind. It's coming very, very soon. So September 1st, we'll be airing our first couple of shows will be airing on the channel. So be prepared for those shows. As I said, CEO Mastermind will be airing September 1st. Then Ms. Mina and I will be discussing when does Voice of the City, when will it be airing out here? Guys, just be locked in. There's going to be some amazing things. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put on Vibe by Eva Stacks. Stay locked in to Wake Up CEO right here on My Radio Chicago, where we support District Radio, because we already know it is more than radio.
Creative ability of God. Black thoughts. Ancient wisdom. I breathe life into your situation. I flow in relationship to divine source. I may walk in solo, but baby, I got a whole army with me. My team surrounds me.
Time is of the essence. We living in our final hour. I just ask God before I die, He restore my power. Melodies from heaven fall on me, heavy like April shower. Protected by the Most High, my energy they can't devour. People being pimped by governments, they some real cowards. Enemy in disguise, fancy suits with white collars. Some sold they sold for bread, comes a few dollars. Damn, this world so cold, it's time to take back what's ours.
Spirit is raising up a race of people to raise the people. Melanin. Consciousness elevate. Souls levitated in the fifth dimension. It is my intention to disrupt the programming that has clouded your field of vision. Illuminate your third eye. Consider this your intervention.
We are kings and queens, a nation of finer things. It's time we heal ourselves, lift every voice and sing. Take back our land and let the freedom ring. Royalty in my blood, provisions ain't a thing. I am of the spirit, no longer a human being. Break my life into existence, left the devil fleeing. I am of the spirit, no longer a human being. Third eye, fully focused, now I'm all seeing.
Flow with me. Don't try to match my vibe. You couldn't, even if you tried. I am an experience, a feeling, a divine being manifested through alchemy, a vision of greatness, clarifying your optical illusions, buffering the mind of the simple. To know thyself, to understand thyself, to heal thyself. Knowledge is infinite, wisdom is understanding, divine feminine power, alchemist, transmuting pain into peace. I don't need you to be my peace. I have my own. No need to manifest when I am the creator, the generator of every thought, desire, resource that I need. Vibe with me.
All right. That was Vibe with me by Joy and Soul. Guys, what did she say? You gotta be with yourself. Y'all gotta get locked into this music. And if you are an artist who has positive music out there, please send your music to wakeupceoradio@gmail.com. That is wakeupceoradio@gmail.com. Send your clean music, clean videos to the wakeupceoradio.com. I want to make sure that we support the local independent artists out there who are bringing that positive information, that positive message, because at the end of the day, positivity brings growth. We gotta work together. So we are now in the Authors Corner, sponsored by Distinguished Author Guild, where your literary excellence is celebrated. I want to tell you guys, for the next 12 to 13 weeks, we will have an author live in the Authors Corner. If you guys didn't know already, I am an author, and as an author, I support other people who are authors, who are making it happen, who have put their literary arts on paper to provide people information, whether that's for growth, for their romance, for love, for relationships, for leadership, whatever that is, to put your heart out there and make the decision to put your words on paper for other people to read, judge, critique, as well as be uplifted by, is an awesome thing. So I support authors as a member of the Distinguished Authors Guild, as well as an ambassador. So I am an ambassador, and right now I am a nominated author for both my book, #Poverty to Six Figures, and Forest in Fire. So both of those are now award-nominated books. And if you guys have not already bought your tickets to the Distinguished Authors Guild event, Gala, Red Carpet on November 7th, get your tickets. I will make sure that we drop the link in the chat below to get your tickets. Please come on out and celebrate with me, as we are walking away with one of those awards, if not both. So I want you guys to stay locked in to that on November 7th. And over the course of the next 13 weeks, I will have a different author that is also going to, who is an award nominated author, right here on Wake Up CEO for the Authors Corner from this week. Starting next week, going forward until November, the week right before the gala. Guys, it's some awesome books out there, some awesome authors. So today we're going to be talking about the featured book, How to Change Things When Change is Hard, by Chip Heath and Dan Heath. Guys, when I read this book, I'm going to give y'all my key takeaways from this book, because it caught me. So since this show is about hearing what helps to grow, this book delivers a masterclass on how to turn sound into strategy. Because growth doesn't just come from actions, it begins with what you hear, internalize, and act upon. The 3 takeaways that I got from How to Change Things When Change is Hard was, what sounds irrational is often emotional. When things sound irrational, that is emotional. Growth isn't always logical at first. It starts in the heart. Learn to listen with empathy, not just intellect. If something hits your spirit, it's time to investigate it. Take a second on that. That goes to being in tune with the internal version, the internal self. Because when you are in tune with that, when it hits your spirit, you can feel it hit your spirit. It's hard to feel it hit your spirit if you're not aligned and you're not in tune with yourself. So get aligned and be in tune. 2, direct the rider, motivate the elephant, shape the path. You are in control. What you hear influences your mindset. That's the writer. The emotions is the elephant in the room, and your environment is the path. For true change, you need all three to speak the same language. Now, that's a hard thing. For you to get your emotions in tune with your mind and get it in tune with the path in which you walk. That's a hard thing, but it's necessary for your growth. So we got people checking in on live, so let's make sure we don't want to neglect the people checking in. We got Letitia who says smooth. And we have Mrs. Gary. Hello there, beautiful. Hello, CEOs. Hello, and thank you for joining us today. I know that you're on your break. My wife takes this quick break, and she usually is eating something. It's usually real quick, something real small, because she takes a while to eat it. So the third thing is change is contagious, but so is stuck. If change is contagious, if you changing, make someone else change, make someone else change. If you're stuck and your friend's stuck and your friends' are stuck, as you see, those same things are contagious no matter which way you put it on the spectrum. So surround yourself with voices that stretch you. Growth happens when you stop tuning into fear-based talk and you start listening to believe, elevate, and direct. Your direction is correlated to what you do, what you see, what you hear, what you say, and what you do. So when you're looking to make those changes in your environment, changes in your thought process, changes in things that are happening, you have the opportunity to think about those things. How to internalize those things. How to utilize those things in the most positive, productive way. So we talked about how to get clear. We also talked about how to be empowered. And as CEOs, the last thing is what? Ownership. Because you got to be clear to empower yourself. When you're empowered, then you can own your direction. So we're in the O of it, which is ownership. If you don't own the volume, it will own you. So if you don't set the tone, someone else will. And if it's your life that you're trying to live, you set the tone. You set the path. You walk it. You make up your mind on which direction in which you want to go and start making a path. It's time to own what gets access to your ears and your energy. What you hear shapes who you become. So CEOs, it's your job to protect and empower and be in power of you. To do this, these are my tips. And this is the tips that I utilize in my everyday interactions. As I told you guys, I started off with that I protect my peace with a shotgun. And since peace is my number one, it's my first priority is peace. I will walk away and not say something to keep peace. I reset myself every day to have peace. I meditate to have peace. So my number one priority, because remember, the word priorities does not exist. Even though it's in the dictionary, listen to what I'm saying to you in my why. You can't have four things be the top things. Because when something comes your way, you're bouncing that off of four things. As opposed to your number one priority is to have peace. There was a situation while I was in Vegas on vacation that could have interrupted my peace. Now, I'm not going to give the whole scenario because it's a tragic situation. So I'll give it to you this way. A situation happened that tugged at my heart. But getting involved would have protected my peace. So since the number one goal for my number one priority is to always have peace, how my heart felt about it did not negate the one priority I have in my life, to have peace. So I didn't have an argument with how my heart felt and my peace, because my peace is the number one priority. So if peace is my number one priority, my heart's being and emotionally tugging at my heart did not allow me to disturb my peace, which is my number one priority. It's what resets me. Is what allows me to move forward. It's what keeps my energy levels up. It's what keeps my anxiety levels down. I have a temper, but to keep my temper down, I always protect my peace. So if peace is the number one priority, I didn't have to bounce those. I didn't have to bounce the situation off of but one thing, my peace. That's how you only can have a priority. I know I make it sound simple, guys. It took me years to gather this. It took me years to gather the information of what would make my life easiest. And I don't mean easy as in no bumps in the road, but what would make it where I was able to work effectively, progress my main agenda of growth. And when I realized that every time my peace was disturbed, I wasn't able to be as productive. I wasn't focused on my growth. So when you bounce everything, when I noticed that was the one thing that allowed me to stay calm, allowed me to stay focused, allowed me to handle real self-care, allowed me to be really self-disciplined, allowed me to have a high self-esteem, allowed me to really perform real self-care and be really self-aware of myself, of things around me. I figured out peace was it. I needed my peace to be able to do anything else. So that's how it became my number one priority. Now, priorities with an S. I have things that I care about. These are different things, guys. What I mean by priority is that number one thing that allows you to be productive in every other part of your life. So you want to make self-talk a CEO level self-talk. The words I can't, I'm stuck, what if I fail, those are negative self-talk. Your inner voice needs to be as bold as your vision. So instead of I can't, I'm growing. Instead of I'm stuck, I'm learning. What if I fail? When I succeed. See, those are the same spectrums, but one gives you empowerment. One lets you own the situation. One calls into power what's yours. And the other leaves you defeated. And we don't want to be defeated. We want to feel empowered. We want to be empowered. We want to own what's ours. We want to have do and be and live the life that we are dreaming of. The only way we can do, be, live, and have that life we're dreaming of if we give ourselves the positive directions to make that happen. Repeat the truth, not what's trending. Your growth sometimes is not found in what's popular. It's found in what's purposeful. Speak truth until your thoughts align. That's what I meant about I can't. So I'm learning. I'm stuck. I'm growing. What if I fail? When I succeed? Those are bringing forth things. You speak that truth to yourself. It allows you to align with it. If you say you can't, you'll prove yourself that you can. If you say I'm stuck, you'll stay stuck. If you say I'm gonna fail, you'll fail. You speaking into existence whatever happens in your life. I'm pausing. If you guys are from Wake Up CEO and you're used to watching, you know when I pause, that's the means to take that in. Take a moment, take a second. And if you're just chiming in to Wake Up CEO and you're just in, so the question of the day is, what's something new that you are feeding yourself, your mind? One thing that you're feeding your mind. So what positive information are you feeding you? What did you tell yourself today that was positive? My wife has a thing. I talk about my life, so I gotta be honest. My wife has this thing when she walked past the mirror. She's like, "Hey, girl." When it first started happening, guys, I was like, "Who the heck she talking to?" When it first started happening, I was like, "Who the heck was she talking to? Ain't nobody even in here." But then, as I saw over time, because she's always speaking positively to herself, always. And it's just those quick moments. No matter what the outside world may think or feel, believe me, internally, if you ask my wife, my wife looking hot every time. She walking past that mirror, I don't even have to say that she looks nice. I don't have to say that, man, you look good in that. Ooh, that looks nice on you. I don't need to. She's already said it like 4 or 5 times. We before, if I'm in the front of my house, she didn't pass 4 mirrors before she get to me. So 4 mirrors and already told her, hey girl, you look good, girl. You doing it, girl. You is hot. She already got past all that. Not saying she might not need me to say it, but I'm just saying at the end of the day. But that's what it's about. You speaking to yourself with that positivity. She told me to stop, guys. It's still true. But it's okay to be, that's not vanity, that's positivity. How many people look in the mirror every day and say, man, I don't like that little scar. I don't like that hairline. I don't like this. I don't like that about me. Make the change. If it's something you don't like, fix it. Something you can't fix, embrace it. If you got a scar, man, that scar just made me look good. It's funny. I hit my table every other day, so I have a bruise. And I was looking, I was like, man, that little bruise and then they changed the color of my skin. I said, all right. And it gave me a new tone, and I went on about my way. I know it might perplex you guys. You think that I've been making this up. I legitimately speak positivity to myself no matter what the situation is. I asked a question this morning about something that my wife was, and her and our interaction. We were having a conversation. It was a positive note on it because I couldn't understand something. I was like, man, why did they do that? Remember, you're not gonna have all the answers to the question. I'm a coach. I have answers to leadership questions. I got you there. I got you. But some things be blowing right past me, and I was like, well, so why did they do that? And it wasn't a negative why they were doing it. I just couldn't understand why they were doing it. So I asked hundreds of questions. So I'm about speaking that truth and aligning with that truth. Like I was talking to, if you guys see my video last week where I was speaking about having my 6-figure career, and when I started my business, I went to ground zero. And ground zero, and the reason why I'm speaking about it, because ground zero doesn't feel as good as it felt when I was making my 6 figures. And even though ground zero doesn't mean I'm starting with nothing, I have the intelligence, I have the information, I have the guidance, I've started businesses, I've grown businesses, so it's just a new endeavor. But it's different when you walk in a room and people know you and they're celebrating you for the task that you've achieved, and you walk in a room where don't nobody know you at all. So I was in my feelings about that a little bit. Hold on one second. Hold on. Letitia said, absolutely, I embrace my forehead. You can't change it, right, Letitia? So what you gonna do? Embrace it. It looks good on you, and that's what it's about. So what I was saying is that like I was down about it. I was like, man, I'm at ground zero. I'm used to going someplace, meeting a team. The team knows me. They want to meet me. They want to know about me and all those things. To no one knowing my name, had no idea who I was. I'm trying to talk to people about things that I know that can help. They're like, who the hell are you? I was having all of those kind of conversations being at ground zero. But what I took from it was ground zero is an implode. It's like when you throw a firecracker on the ground. When a firecracker hits the ground, it's burned. But all around it, it's just singed. So I was like, okay, I'm at ground zero for this particular endeavor. How do I get from ground zero to 1? To 1 to 5, 5 to 10. And that's what I started building over the last year and a half. And I was so appreciative for all the people who showed up as I showed up. The more I show up for me, the more people show up with me. The more I step into my greatness, the more people are with me on this on the path. I have been so privileged over this last year and a half to meet some amazing people, have amazing connections. Like my promo manager, Shree Sloan, who was highly productive. Shree and I have known each other for 34 years on and off. We came back into each other's circle. She was doing promotion. She had a conversation. She was like, look, I know you said you want to do this, because I reached out to every friend I had, all my friends, all my associates, when I said I wanted to start my new business endeavor. They started sending me letters of recommendation. They started sending me telling me places to go, people to talk to, because I've always been the person I am today. I've always been the person who doesn't talk. I don't talk bad about people. Except when I was 18, I was a fashion police, and that was way. So I was a fashion police at 18. That was me being really playful. But I always am about uplifting, always about helping, always finding paths, finding ways to find success. I've always been that way since I was a little kid shoveling snow. So when I reached out to all my friends, all my peers, all the people who knew me, and started asking, hey guys, this is my new business endeavor. This is what my plans are over the next 5 years. This was my conversation. I said, if you guys think of anything that will help me along the way, please give me a call. Calls started coming back. People started calling me. Because when I stepped up for me, the reason why I'm telling this story, guys, because when you step up for you, other people will step up with you. When people see you growing, it might not be the people that you want to see you growing. I want to make sure I say that. Sometimes we're looking for the people closest to us to help us. But those are not the people that are aligned with that purpose. Don't make those people feel bad because they're not on the same page as you. My wife and my kids have been hearing me for 17, my kids for 28 and 29 years talk about growth, development, being the best version of themselves. They're sick of me talking about it. But showing up, they're going to show up. When I had the book launch event for #Poverty to Six Figures, everyone was running late. My wife and I were putting everything together, came right in. Sharice got there before everyone else, and she's like, how can I help? You need me to jump in somewhere? Then my kids, they made it there. Then they started helping out with the last part. I, at that event, just felt at peace because I stepped out on my next journey on faith that I could make it happen. And when you step out on faith, you're saying to yourself, can I really do it? You're giving yourself so much doubt. But what you get back is that you can make that happen. The little voice in you is saying you on the right path. Keep walking. Because when you're listening and you can hear the voice is guiding you. I'm big on meditation and really listening and getting in tune with the highest version of you. I don't know if I'm talking to the highest version of myself as of yet, because I still doubt sometimes still creeps in. But when doubt creeps in, I look it directly in the face. I am moving anyway. I'm doing it anyway. I'm going to move forward anyway. And I'm going to play my success is inevitable, because no matter what goes on in your life, no matter what is happening, success is yours as long as you start moving towards it. So we're going to let Success is Inevitable play.
My success is inevitable. My success is inevitable. Inevitable. I will win. My success is 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 inevitable.
I said, I know it's a battle within. For success, no, I have to ascend. Recharged, then I tap in again. Hit the finish line, happy to win. I said, I know it's a battle within. For success, no, I have to ascend. Recharged, then I tap in again. Hit the finish line, happy to win.
I will win. My success is inevitable. 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 My success is inevitable. My success is inevitable. I will win. Is inevitable. My success is inevitable. My success is inevitable.
Hey there, hey there, hey there. Welcome back to Wake Up CEO with your host, Rachel L. Gary, right here on My Radio Chicago. Guys, we are coming closer to the end, and it is always my saddest time when we're in the last half an hour, and I'm always like, man, we can just put a little more information in here, and we can just talk a little while longer about what's going on. It is always great to have great conversations, have people locking in, people sharing their insight, providing their feedback. Because at the end of the day, we do not win solo, we win together as a tribe. And I'm a firm believer in the only way we win is if you have a winning side, I have a winning side, you win, I win, we win. There's no one-sided to winning in my book. And for that, for those who are out there listening, if you guys have not already been locked in and known, I am on a 5,000 copy pathway to providing success of hashtag poverty to six figures book. If you want to be an affiliate for hashtag poverty to six figures, you not only get a copy of the book, you get a copy of the book as well as every book that you sell. You get $5 off of every book. As I said, you win, I win, we win. Success is a group effort. The more people that are like-minded, the more people that are about growth, the more people that have a roadmap to grow, our community can become more successful. We can own the stores on the corners. We can own the laundromats that are in our neighborhoods. We can own the houses on the blocks. We can make real change in our neighborhood when we have the finances to do so. So with hashtag poverty to six figures, it gives a roadmap from wherever you are to wherever you're looking to be. The journey is one step, one mindset at a time. So if you want to become an affiliate, the link will be dropped below. You can become an affiliate or DM me. If you DM me on Facebook or Instagram, I can send you the information just to make sure that it is a perfect fit for you. I'm looking for those people who are inspired to help lead change, as well as make some money along the way. Inspired to help lead change. We want things to be different in our neighborhood. Let's not talk about it. Let's be about it. We want to see our kids have better opportunities. Let's talk about it. Let's not talk about it. Let's be about it. We want our kids to have more, do more, be more, and have something to look up to. We must do, be, and have the life that we desire. Let's not talk about it. Let's be about it. Join the affiliate program and help me to provide 5,000 copies of this book to individuals out there who are looking for success. One book, one mindset, one page at a time. I want you guys to take a up front look at it. As you guys can see, it's a very quick read. It's not a long read, but I want to just show that each section of the book has an action plan. Each section has an action plan, and that action plan is about a mind shift. On that mind shift, guys, that mind shift got me from unloading trucks by hand to creating not only processes, to creating jobs, to creating income brackets. I was providing people income of $100,000. I was providing managers income of over $100,000. From unloading trucks by hand, I have been utterly blessed, utterly thankful, but very, very disciplined and diligent on my path to help our people find success. One page, one process, one mind shift at a time. So if you guys want to be an affiliate to help help me get this information out to as many people as possible, because I only can reach the people I know, and you guys are people I know. So if you can reach out to the other people you know, that helps us get this book in the hands of people that really desire change. If you're sitting on your couch right now and you're trying to decide what's the next change, grab the book. Join the 10-week mastermind that will be live on my channel, CEO State of Mind, coming to you September 1st. We start taping on August 12th. Join the mastermind. Grab the book. Follow along with us as we go along the mastermind, because currently all the slots are closed for the actual mastermind. I appreciate everyone who signed up for that mastermind. So I'm going to name a couple people out here. We have Sharice Sloan, who's part of the mastermind. We have Bruce Logan, who is part of the mastermind. We have Carolyn Stevens, who's part of the mastermind. We have Ashley, Midwest Ash, who's part of the mastermind. We have Lady Red, the producer, who's part of the mastermind. We have Salah Brooks, who's part of the mastermind. We have Bobby Stretchin, who's part of the mastermind. Guys. We have Steve, who's part of the mastermind. Guys. And if I missed someone, my apologies. The mastermind list has changed a couple of times in the last couple of days. If you have not locked in to growth, if you are not ready to make a change, say yes to you one day at a time, one step at a time, one activity at a time, so you can find the growth that you not only desire, but that you deserve. As a CEO, you deserve to have the life that you desire. But the only person who can make you and help you build that life is you. So stay locked in. Over the next couple of weeks, you're going to see many things come out there, because if you guys know one thing about Rachel L. Garrett, I'm going to promote. One more thing, what Sharice tell me, we're going to promote. What we're going to do next, we're going to promote. And what we're going to do after that, we're going to promote again. Because all we're going to do is promote. That's what we're doing. We have someone chiming in on the live. Yes, what we feed our ears feeds our mindset. Curate your... Hold on a second. The last part, my apologies there. Curate your input like your future depends on it, because it does. Love that. Check in with me. Because that's what it's about, guys. Just remember, guys, the music that is played on Wake Up CEO is not, one more time, I do not own the rights to that music. All I do is play some great music for you guys to have great inspiration. Yeah, so at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, guys. It's all about that great inspiration. It's all about us working together towards a better version of ourselves. And it's all about what we're going to do at the end. You know, my favorite part of the show is the leadership 3-point play that's powered by Say I'm Possible Academy, where self-leadership gets GPS. Play 1. Eliminate word pollution. Designate quiet time. Daily to journal, reflect, and unplug from toxic noises. Play 2. Empower. Choose what shapes your thoughts. Listen to content that stretches you and sets your soul on fire. That's your mental fuel. Play 3. Be the narrator of your growth. Write your own affirmation based on where you're headed, not where you've been. That is the leadership 3-point play that is powered by Say I'm Possible Academy, where self-leadership gets GPS. Now, guys, I know we are at the end of the show, and I appreciate everybody who checks in with me every week and takes the opportunity to watch Wake Up CEO and share your information with me right here live every Wednesday from 3 to 5. So my final thoughts for the day. Growth is always speaking. Are you tuned in? The right words build the right world. Let what you hear shape who you're becoming, not who you're trying to escape. And until next week, CEOs, right here on My Radio Chicago, Wednesday, 3 to 5 p.m., I want you guys as CEOs to be up, out, and moving to the greatness we all know lies within who? You CEOs. See you next week right here on Wake Up CEO, where I will be bringing an author, Shay, if you guys don't know, Shay Gills, Dr. Shay Vontia Gills will be right here on Wake Up CEO, speaking about her new book that's out that talks about how to heal with herbs special foods, special things. Guys, be prepared to lock in. Until next week, you guys have a great week, CEOs. Talk to you soon. Do you feel stuck? Like your dreams are just out of reach? It's time to change that narrative. Use life's setbacks to fuel the fire within. I'll walk you through the exact steps I took to move from $7 an hour to multiple six-figure success. The roadmap includes practical strategies, real-world mindset shifts, and the habits that help me rise against the odds. Welcome to #Poverty to Six Figures, a journey that goes beyond just financial success. This is about breaking free from the cycle and claiming your desires, transforming your life, unlocking your potential, and finally living the life you deserve. Get your copy today. Start your journey towards financial freedom. Are you ready?
6 figures couldn't change my mind.